How's it going today, guys? Castillo Trading coming to you with a new video series called Trading Levels, and it's brought to you by Prime XBT. Basically, what this video series is going to be doing, it's going to be going over all the different types of levels that I use for my trading. That's going to consist of golden pocket Fibonacci's, naked points of control, daily points of control, some volume profile. We're going to go into channel trends, just a lot of different things that we're going to cover within this trading series. This is video number 1, and it's going to be volume profile, really going to be specifically focused on naked points of control and daily points of control. I know when people think of volume profile, they think of something like exo charts, footprint charting, things like that, but I happen to find an indicator on TradingView that works a little bit better for me. I'm not going to say that it works the best for everybody, because a lot of people do like exo charts and different footprint charting platforms, but this is what works best for me. It was a platform that I was already familiar with, TradingView, and basically what that indicator is it is VPSV, volume profile session volume. And I'm going to kind of tell you guys the inputs that I use and why I use them. But if we just look at a bare Bitcoin chart with this indicator, we can kind of see, these red laser lines floating off to the right. We can kind of see some in between that are, kind of closed and whatnot. The ones in between are called daily points of control, and the ones not are called points of control. So we can look at this one. This one up top is a daily POC here, and that's only because price action touched it. Touch this liquidity level right at this point here, and then down here we have NPOC, which is a naked point of control, and this one is still an actual naked point of control because price action has yet to touch this level down at 55k. So until price action touches it, it's going to stay an NPOC, but when price action does touch it, like right here, it actually closes it and turns it into a daily point of control. So looking a little bit more in depth on this chart, we can kind of see that we have these volume bars within price. A lot of people have volume at the bottom, but what volume profile does is it brings that profile to each different price level, and that's kind of where we get points of control from. So if we just look at today, we can see that the point of control is right here at 60756. So around this level, that's when the most volume has come in on the day. So that's how we create our points of control and our naked points of control. And as you can kind of see, we have all these boxes that have kind of closed are 1 day. So volume profile, from the inputs that I put in, I'm creating the daily point of control on each day, and that's what these kind of are. And then we can kind of go in here, look at the inputs. So VPSV, and that stands for volume profile session volume, and number of row outlet layout, it is number of rows, and then row size is 24, volume up down, value area volume, I have it at 70, and then I extend the point of control to the right, and that's where these long lasers kind of come in. And this is kind of where we go from our naked points of control, kind of what we do with price action. And the first thing that I really want to do, I kind of want to just make these videos quick for you guys, do a couple of examples to help you kind of see how I use them, and that's really what I'm trying to do, is just to kind of help bring this type of trading to you. And as we can kind of look at this chart, I'm just going to go back and replay somewhere around here, kind of right before the drop had happened on BTC. Now, if we kind of bring in some, and this is, a lot of people are, asking me how I get, the NPOC to the right, and I literally just use this, and then I have a template, NPOC, and extends it to the right. So it's a little bit easier for me to see, and it's also a little bit easier for the followers to see on the chart. It makes it a little more dominant. Hopefully this video can help clear up some of the questions that I have with naked points of control and how I use them, because that's probably The one question I get the most every single day is what's an NPOC, what's a POC, and how do I find these levels? And this is exactly kind of teaching you that. So this is kind of what I want to look at and how I use them to trade. So I brought up this tweet to kind of show you guys just my thought process. So BTC doesn't have me too convinced here. Actually, lower NPOC levels at 61940 and 61305 likely to be grabbed before moving higher. So that was why I was so kind of keen, to have some bids set at 61,000, looking to kind of trade that area. And it's really because of these naked points of control down here. It's just untapped liquidity from previous days that most likely price will come back and grab at some point. So that's kind of why I didn't really think we were going to bounce around this 65,000, 64 area. I thought that we have farther to go. And these are kind of the naked points of control that are within range, right? Because we can kind of look all the way down here and we have a lot of naked points of control that have kind of been untouched. And, I don't like to look at these too much. I kind of just like to look at the ones, within range to kind of get, just kind of a feel for, where the liquidity is, where those important levels that, are at that we need to be watching. And so this is kind of how I do it. And so I knew that, price was going to come back down and grab, these at some point. And kind of from here, you can kind of trade how you want to trade. There's different, obviously different, there's obviously just different scenarios you can have, right, within the points of control. So you can kind of come up, grab this one, do something like that, or, we can come down. Obviously, this will be the more of the one that everybody wants to see happen as we come back down, capture these points of control at 61K, and then we kind of move up higher towards all-time highs. So I am just going to play this, and this is a reason of why just the levels are so important when it comes to naked points of control. And speeding up, you can see we just kind of wick all the way down here today. Down here, closing these, and then kind of, we're at where we're at right now. So then these naked points of control can kind of, be gone. They now turn to daily points of control right here. And then we also have another naked point of control opening up top here. So this is just, so now I think, these are important levels. I do think that at some point we are going to revisit these naked points of control. Looking down here at 55K, we do have another naked point of control down here. So it is likely that we can drop even farther. So, these are just the ways that I like to look, just for trades, different swing trades, different, maybe week-long holds. You could even use these just to get an edge on, scalp trading. If you're looking to, it's kind of long or short, it kind of gives you that good, okay, where's price action kind of going? And the next example that I want to do is the oh so important example of the 30K drop that everybody was freaking out about, and we thought that everybody, we're gonna go back down to 20,000. People had 15K targets, but just looking at this right here, we can see the importance of all these naked points of control up top, especially with how these are so close. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 within a decently small percentage right here, and so for me, this was always the key. I was never gonna get bearish down at these levels because there was so much untapped liquidity up top. For it to just straight fall down is just unlikely. So I had some really good bids in the 30, 31, 32,000 area, kind of riding it up all the way to actually it closed all of these naked points of control up here as well. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 naked points of control to the upside in a bullish trending market. So that's kind of the way that you want to be using these. And I can play this, and as we can see, we squeeze all the way up here and close all of these points of control. So all of these naked points of control to turn them into daily points of control. So that's kind of the way that I like to use volume profile. It's a little bit different it can be tough if you don't know what you're doing. You know, looking over at exo charts, I think it's very intimidating. And this is just kind of a way that I like to just dumb things down and just make it a little bit easier for you guys and for myself too. So this is really the way that I trade, you know, naked points of control, how I look at them. You know, you can even rewind it back to right here. And you know, we can see that we have a couple of naked points of control up top. We can just drag these here. And these are the ones that are within range. You know, if we kind of look at the setup, you know, there's one again down here at 55, still hasn't been touched, but these are the ones in range. So, you know, it's a good long in these areas to kind of come up and grab these naked points of control and turn them into daily points of control and then continue with the next trade after that. But, you know, we spike up, we grab both of these. And then we continue to, you know, kind of come back down. But, you know, that's really just the way that I like to use naked points of control and points of control. So, you know, if you guys have any questions, hopefully this video can answer some of them for you. Again, the indicator is VPSV, volume profile session volume. These are the inputs that I use, you know, and I hope that this can help you in any way possible when it comes to trading. You know, this is a trading levels series, so this is only, you know, one part of the naked points of control and the daily points of control that I'm going over. We have, you know, many more videos to go. So if you guys love this content, you know, please be looking for more, and I hope that you guys have a great day and a great rest of your week. Thanks, and bye.